Hello guys, this is Yunus Emre Alcioğlu and Alias 2025 is on and I'm going to have a look at it today with you guys together and gonna share my thoughts about it and let's get right in. It's always a fancy introduction, yeah?
In Alias 2025, we further improved the user experience and added several new helpful changes which can improve your process or simplify and speed up your workflow. For modeling in Alias, we implemented a bunch of new tools which will help you increasing your productivity and quality. For example, we added a new bridge fillet tool. This lets you build a circular fillet with a set of 3 surfaces, using the third surface as a controlling limit surface. Here you can see
but this is the let me just get right in the middle of here. This is pretty much the advanced stuff that you will consider in the latest phase of the projects. Between controlling the fillets are something advanced. So good to know, but an advanced stuff. Always it's always better to be able to decide how that fillet is going to look like. Yeah.
Fillet is always touching the third limiting surface. Or we added a new gap checker tool, where you can check the gaps along a chain of different surfaces. You also can adjust the tool's area. Additionally, we improved the corner blend tool. Now you can use at the 4th edge a freeform blend.
In my daily routine, I always use this corner blend tool when I do fast modeling, because it kind of connects that ball corner fillet in a way that is beautifully highlighted and such a such a short time. And there was always a restriction about this tool, and the team here seems like they solved it. I haven't tried it yet, but this one looks good as well.
Instead of only a curve fillet. This gives you much more freedom in designing the right highlight on.
Yeah, I mean, about the surfacing, it is always crucial that you are controlling the surfaces, not just you just need to control all the structure. And if the structure controls you, and then you're not gonna get that much of a good highlights and stuff. Yeah.
On this area. And we also worked on some Dynamo improvements. For example, the new mannequin has an updated geometry, and you can adjust the mannequin's position using other geometry, like here where I'm using a point to control the mannequin's pose.
This is great as well. A huge improvement when it comes to the ergonomics. But to be honest, on my daily work sessions, I barely use the mannequins. It depends which industry, it depends which stage of the design you're in, but being able to control all these ergonomics issues is a huge plus as well. Yeah, nice one.
There is also a new mirror script that lets you use a custom object to use as a mirror plane, which is very helpful if you cannot use the standard planes, and many more. For improving the user experience, we did the following changes. When working with shaders, we implemented now a new delete unused shader icon. And you can now filter between all, picked and unused using the new quick access icons. This can save you many mouse clicks and travels during your daily work. And when creating some quick markups for your team, you can now use the new predictive stroke feature, which will even out the drawings and creates a much nicer look and feel of the strokes when using a mouse. And if you need to do a screenshot of your markup, just use the new copy window to clipboard icon, and you can paste it in wherever you need. Additionally, I'm very excited to show you that we implemented a brand new UI element. We call it the custom puck. This is a radial menu that provides a
this is the biggest change compared to the previous versions. Yeah. Between 2023 and 2024, there was a huge interface improvements, which I really loved. But from 2024 and 2025, there is not that big of a difference when it comes to the user interface. But this one is a it seems like quite a milestone. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't know. Let's see. Probably, if I get used to it, I will use it. But the thing is, pretty much I use hotkeys on the keyboard, and rather than the palettes and all that shelves. It depends on the situation, of course. But yeah, I gotta try that one, check that out if it really make my process fast or not. But it seems like a great improvement and the biggest improvement between 2024 and 2025. Yeah.
Completely new way to access frequently used tools, editors, menu items, and navigation at the same time. When you press the default hotkey C, the puck appears and offers a quick access to different shelves directly at the mouse position. This means that I can hide all other shelves and UI elements like the palette and increase my working area, or work
It is always not enough if you have only one screen when it comes to modeling. Doesn't matter the software, you gotta just use multiple screens. I personally use two screens in my house, but when it comes to the work, I rather using three screens even. Yeah, because once you go for your mails and the other ones for the work, it really depends. Maybe you can use one of the screens to open up a sketch, one screen for the modeling area, and the other screen for the tabs and shelves on the modeling software. Yeah, three screens are the best. But if you have only one,
directly in full
I
screen.
suggest purchasing even the cheapest screens would have, instead of making your screen bigger by closing the tabs and shelf, because you eventually gonna need it, even though when you are kind of showing the final results in a meeting, in a school project, you will always find yourself ending up changing stuffs during the meeting, and I don't know, critics. Yeah, you gotta always need to use the all the shelves rather than closing them. Yeah.
Screen mode. This can also be very helpful if you have a small screen, for example when working on a laptop. But that's not all. The puck also has a second ring with often used functions like the hardware and diagnostic shading, visibility controls, and also pick options. And additionally, you can access the navigation options here as well.
Yeah, in the end of the day, you guys should think like, correct me if I'm wrong. It always changes according to the situation. It depends on the person, but I always aim to not to have a look at on the screen for the tools. Yeah, I always use the hotkeys and make them kind of shortcuts on my keyboard, and always pushing them, yeah, to reach to the tools, instead of hovering around where was that icon. Yeah,
Just press the hotkey.
it will even make you look more professional than searching for an icon through the screen. It's like
And tumble,
no,
zoom,
it's no go. Yeah.
and rotate the camera with the 3 mouse buttons. This gives you a completely new user experience, which might also be easier to learn for new users. And the best is that you can fully customize the puck menu for yourself. So you can add and organize your tools that you need for your specific workflows. And you can also change the puck hotkey here in the preferences to any other key that you might feel comfortable with. Here you can also enable the marking menu access within the puck menu. And we also added a hotkey that permanently shows the puck. This can be changed in the hotkey editor and is set to B by default. This means the new puck menu can provide a better and faster way for new users and experts to access tools they need in a much easier and faster way. This can massively speed up your workflow by reducing mouse clicks and mouse travels, and make accessibility so much easier and faster, as the puck provides you a set of both tools and navigation at the same time. We also added multiple new import and export updates which helps in your cross-platform workflows. We added, for example, now the replace shader by name option for CATIA v5 and FBX imports. This works the same way as it works on Alias wire files and will replace imported shaders with shaders in your scene. And additionally, I'm very excited to announce that we implemented the import and export of the well-known format from Pixar called USD. This will improve your cross-platform workflows when you need to exchange data with other tools in the pipeline and work in a team on one project. For more information about the USD format, please visit the Alias documentation. Thanks for watching the video.
Yeah, it seems this is pretty much all. And let me know what you think. My point of view is simply that these improvements are always great, but to be honest, 80% of Alias users will not even click on these changes. Yeah, they will. People always tend to use what they are used to. So let me know what you think. If I had a chance to improve the software, I would definitely try to solve the optimization issues, because it's like you are working on it, all of a sudden you forgot to save the file and it crashes. And Alias crashes a lot. And to my personal uh, my personal thoughts is basically that fixing the optimization issues is a really prior rather than these beautiful updates, of course. But yeah, I guess this is that optimization issue, one of the hardest issue. I mean, I always download the newest versions of Alias only by hoping if there is any minor improvement about the optimization. Yeah. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to comment below and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Cheers.